side of Lumen Field in the Soto District of Seattle. Tonight, a good one in the NFC. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Welcome to the field, your 2025 Seattle Seahawks.
It's Mike Tirico alongside Greg Olson and Jason Myers as a set to get started. Off we go from Lumen Field. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. This one is caught by Luke Musgrave. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
The man in motion is Watson. Oh, they try to go down the field with it, but it winds up incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game? They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And it'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
To say last year changed the trajectory of Sam Darnold's career feels a little bit like an understatement, doesn't it, Mike? I mean, the year he had in Minnesota alongside head coach Kevin O'Connell by far was the best year of his career, and it's a big reason why Seattle paid him what they did to come in, replace Geno Smith as the starting quarterback. So now the question is, years ago under Kyle Shanahan, 1 year under Kevin O'Connell, can he now bring that to Seattle and have that same level of success and take them back to the playoffs? Nice way to start the drive here. Really good protection by the guys up front. Good decision by the quarterback to find his read. Ball's accurate, ball's on time. Now they're able to start this drive and get on the move the right way.
Down the sideline, past the 45. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare him to stop it.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 14 on that ball. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Looking Smith and Jigba's way again, and again a catch.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it.
Down in the red zone, design quarterback runs are a handful for defenses to account for. But in this case, give them credit. Not a lot of room to maneuver here for the quarterback, and they keep it to a short game.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They'll run the sneak, and he's going to have the first down. Just as the marker, it is 1st and goal.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Walker trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Once more from the 2. 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one, take it in. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seahawks.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, that offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Packers offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Love. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. 17 yards on that connection. 1st down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Love quickly out to Watson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
First and Watson. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Love. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 50.
It's a gain of 32
A
yards.
big gainer for Green Bay. 32 yards.
It's a gain of 32. And a Packer 1st down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he's able to push through the tacklers to pick up 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. To throw is Love. And he'll take it on in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. On the return, here comes White. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense about ready to get going on their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Carl Brooks in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Darnold to throw. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 79 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Myers now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again and try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Go play action with Love. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Love to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Jacob. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
Packers first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Green Bay.
So we are through one here on Thursday Night Primetime. 14-7 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13. Here's Love. That one incomplete. Good job. Pittsburgh there separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. That one incomplete. Humphrey outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Seahawks offense and receiver Rashid Shaheed set for their next drive. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second and inches. Now a give to Walker, running right, and he is out of bounds. It's a gain of 10 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver, and it'll be second down.
I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
Off the play fake. Here's Darnold. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Micah Parsons in for the sack. It's a loss of 9 and sets up 3rd down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Darnold. He tries to get that one down the field, but it is incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And now it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, considering how this offense has played in the first couple possessions, I'm surprised that one wasn't completed. It seems like that's the first miss of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Continue to build on this momentum, because so far they've come out hot in this one.
And a pretty good result there. That's out of bounds right at the 10-yard line. The Packers offense ready to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Love. A dive, but he let him too much. It's incomplete. Luke Musgrave, the tight end, was the intended target there. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be. Because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. In this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him. It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
He'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive, and he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yards.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Darnold now to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. First catch there for Kupp, and he's got a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
They'll go play action with Darnold. For the middle, it's cut. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Darnold to the air once more. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. That defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Darnold to throw again. Now he's just going to flip this forward. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
To throw again is Darnold. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
43-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks will open up a touchdown lead. It's now 17-10.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So Myers back out there. Had the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Packers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On the bootleg, it's Love. Short throw there, pulled in by Musgrave. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Love. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
From the gun, it's Love. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Darnold to throw on 2nd down. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim, so there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
Here's Michael Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Packers offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the 1st down.
That's caught by Golden, right side. And he's going to be taken down as we hit 2-minute warning here in this 1st half.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
Here comes 2nd and 4. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. To the left side in the hands of Watson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's Love. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. We'll go play action with Love. A throw on the move is caught. Now Seattle's going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's Daniel Whelan now as he is on to punt for Green Bay. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Seahawks offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. That screen goes for 12, and that's a 1st down.
And this is why most teams might decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Darnold again. Looking for his tight end there, but let him too far. That's an incompletion.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. That's Bobo. It's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw. So ultimately a good decision, just throw the ball away.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Darnold. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
Darnold to throw. He'll let it go deep left sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our second half is about to get underway. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Seahawks offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. Throw on the run is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing, Darnold to the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. A gain there of 24 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
On the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Packers' 43-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. To throw is Darnold. Rolling right, it's taken in. And they'll take this down inside the 35. His second grab on this drive, good for 11 yards, but most importantly, a first down.
32-yard line.
Here's a handoff to Walker. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
2nd and 10. Tight end motioning left. On 2nd down, it's Darnold. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
It's 3rd and 4. Now Darnold. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is.
And he's in. Walker, touchdown Seattle. That is 2nd touchdown tonight.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks move out to a 24-10 lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Packers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. On the bootleg, it's Love. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
before being forced out of bounds. Well, Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's the give to Walker. He'll manage only a couple. Keyshawn Nixon there for the tackle.
The 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 7. Motion man is the tight end going right. Once again, it's Walker. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Darnold. It's complete. He's got power. 15-yard pickup there. It's good for a Seahawks 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing on 3rd down is Darnold. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That one working up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So Myers back out there. Had the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. Here's Williams on the return. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Now Love. That one intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
The Seahawks take over.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
They run with Walker. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here we go. We'll try and run it with Walker.
Nice run right there. You get down here into the red zone area, Mike, and yards are hard to come by. He's able to stick his head in there and sets him up for 1st and goal.
Here's Walker. And he's into the end zone yet again. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Making 3 touchdowns now. Remember, he caught the one earlier. That's his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will extend this 3rd quarter lead. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Williams now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Love to throw it on 1st down. A pass taken in by Watson. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And he's close to another first down. He'll step out right at that first down marker.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
A second down throw for Love. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Now a 3rd and 2. Love to throw. He's got a man. That's Watson.
You can see that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on 3rd and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
On first down, it's Love. That is caught by the tight end, Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Green Bay. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
Now Love getting the Packers set for this 2-point try.
The Packers will set up for the 2.
Now they'll set up to throw.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold heading back on the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. That one on target to cut. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down, Seattle.
Yards on the play. And the Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
They'll go play action with Darnold. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
Here's Darnold again. This one complete to Bobo. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 15 yards through the air. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. To throw again is Darnold. That's to the right side, and he's complete.
When you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Third down, they need 5. Darnold to throw again. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
A 35-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Seahawks will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. This fielded at about the 9. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Packers offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. We'll start this drive with first down. Shotgun. It's Love. That complete to Jacobs.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw is Love. Toward the outside. Catch made it. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on 1st down. They pick up 7 yards.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On 2nd down, Love. He'll go underneath to Jacob. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. That is Musgrave, the man in motion. A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Love. And he's in. Luke Musgrave. Touchdown, Packers. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
This one not quite over, but down a couple scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run the toss with Walker. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he will score again. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Packers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Love. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
Second and 2 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing is Love. Over the middle of the tight end, Musgrave. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, we'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion goes Dobbs. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 14 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Julian Love, the former Notre Dame star, with the good coverage, and he's able to knock that one away.
And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike, and just because they had this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Toward the middle. That one caught by Watson. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Packers going to use their final timeout now. Clock to stop 35 seconds to go.
At the 31-yard line.
Love to throw it on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. You can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
2nd down and 3. Here's Love. That's to Dobbs again. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a first down.
And while this game is certainly all but over, this drive really comes down to pride. On one side, you got a team trying to show they're willing to fight all the way to the end, and then the other, they don't want to give up a touchdown at this point in the game.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete. And that will do it. This one comes to an end. So the 12th man, a factor here, as it's a win for the Seahawks. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That's the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks. As we say, so long from Seattle.